Hello, and welcome to the Harlem Condo Sale Report. I'm broker Joe Davila of Sotheby's International Realty. Today, we're going to be looking at all of the Harlem Condo one-bedrooms that sold during the third quarter of 2021. This will cover from July 1st through September 31st. So whether you're just curious to learn more about your apartment's value, or you're more serious about selling now or in the near future, you're going to want to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that as new reports become available, you can learn about the current sales for your one-bedroom apartment here in Harlem. Now, the report that we're going to be reviewing today is available for me to email out to you. So send me a text, email, or call me, and I'll get this report out to you right away. When you do receive it, it will include more photos, the floor plan, and the description and other information that we can't cover today. Now, without further ado, let's look at the Harlem Condo one-bedrooms that sold during the third quarter. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the third quarter 2021 Harlem Condo Sales Report for one-bedrooms. Right off the bat, there are 35 apartments that sold during that time frame. And let's take a look first where these apartments were sold in terms of location, because you're going to see that there's a direct correlation between high price, generally speaking, and where they're physically located within Harlem. Now, if we open this map up, we take a look at where all the sales transacted, and we blow this up here so we can, let's do that again. If you look here, we start to separate. Of the 35 apartments that sold, 11, 15, 16 of them sold in the southern tip of Manhattan, which makes sense. This will be, in theory, the most expensive area of Harlem. Then we come up a little higher to more central Harlem, and we see here that we have 11 sales. And then as we go further north, there's 7, and then we go further north, there's 8 apartments that sold. Now let's look at the apartments that actually sold, and let's take a look at that. Great. So the highest priced apartment to sell was at 145 Central Park North, selling at 1.250. And you can see clearly here that this being a very south apartment in Harlem, of course, it's going to sell much higher, but 1.250, that's a phenomenal amount of money for a 673 square foot apartment. Let's take a quick look at some of the photos here because it's looking onto Central Park, which is a phenomenal view. Now, the lowest priced apartment to sell sold here at 48 West 137th Street, and that sold for $388,000. Excuse me. Let's take some look at some photos for this apartment. Now, the median price to sell, and why I point out the median price is because when you look at the median price, this means that half the apartments that sold above this price, and the other half sold below that price. And it's often a better way to look at values than looking at averages. But nevertheless, the median price home to sell sold at 375 West 123rd Street and sold for $709,000. Now, in my intro, I had mentioned to you that I can get this report out to you via email where you can look at the photographs, the floor plan, and the general description. If you were to receive this via email, the report will look something like this, where you can review the photos and get more facts about the home. The description as how the agent who sold it listed it, and the floor plan as well. So call me, text, or send me an email, and I can get this report out to you right away. Now let's take a look at the other homes. So 145 was both the first and second highest apartments to sell. Second on that list is apartment 3C for 1.180. Then we move on to 375 West 123rd Street for 1.1. This is 1,042 square feet. Now compare that to 672. This obviously is going to be a lower price per square foot. It looks like to me they have some tree line views here, and you get a heck of a lot more space, and you get a 1.5 baths. Then we move on to a new development at 11 Hancock Place, a 709 square foot, one bedroom, selling for $1,500,000. Then we go back to 145 Central Park North, selling for $999. Then another new development at 11 Hancock Place for $999. Hancock Place, $995. Then 257 West 117th Street for $990. And then we got back to 11 Hancock Place for $985, 11 Hancock for $950, 117 West 123rd for $899. It's a nice amount of square footage. 11 Hancock for $885. Then we got 2110 Frederick Douglass selling at $865. Then 137 Central Park North for $750. Then we have 23 West 116th Street selling for $732,500. 504 West 110th for $725. Then we got 2351 Adam Clayton Powell for $718. 375 West 23rd, 123rd for $709. Then we got 1330 Fifth Avenue for $705. And then we have 2300 Frederick Douglass for $700. And now we're going to start going to the lower prices. And 1330 Fifth Avenue for $695. 2351 Adam Clayton Powell for $685. 155 West 126 for $685. And this is a townhouse, obviously. 527 West 110th Street for $679. 2098 Frederick Douglass Boulevard. Wow, that's 580 square feet. That's not very large, but that sold for $665. So more than 1,000 square foot per square foot. 301 West 110th Street for $660,000. 40 West 116th Street for $660,000. 2351 Adam Clayton Powell for $655. Then we have 300 West 135th Street 2J for $650. 301 West 110th Street for $625. 300 West 135th Street for $607.5. 234 West 48, $585. And then last but not least, these last three here, 301 West 110th for $570. 48 West 138th Street, $395. That's 455 square feet. So these are small one bedrooms. Let's take a look at the floor plan. And there you have it. There's the floor plan. Small bedroom, 10.7 by 9.9. Living room, 10.3 by 10.3. And then the last but not least, I should say, 48 West 138th Street, 388,440 square feet. Now, let me mention that when you do receive this report, if you want me to mail it out to you, it's going to look something like this, but more detailed information. And you'll be able to hyperlink this, because when you open it and when you receive it in the email, it's going to be sent as a PDF and it's going to hyperlink. So from your computer, you'll be able to click on any of these addresses and then be taken over to the apartment on your computer. So that's a fun feature about receiving this report, is that you'll be able to see all of the photographs. And more importantly, if you do want a more personalized report that's specific for your apartment, and I'll give you an example. Let's say you're in a townhouse and you're not in a luxury building and you don't have a pool, you don't have a gym, you don't have a doorman. Well, that's going to have a different value. Or you're in southern Manhattan, southern part of Harlem, I should say, versus a northern Harlem apartment. they're going to have different values. So even if you're in a very high-end apartment that's in the northern part of Harlem, that price is going to be different than 145 Central Park North. So something to keep in mind is that if you're thinking about selling now or in the near future and you're getting very serious about pricing, talk to me. Give me a call, text, or email, and we can have a discussion. And if I'm the right person for you, then we'll partner up and I'll sell your home. Otherwise, the reports are always complimentary. You always can reach out to me. And if you need some advice, I'm more than happy to share my candid thoughts with you. So thank you very much for tuning in. I do want to remind you to subscribe and turn on the notification because I do these reports every quarter, but I also do other types of reports. We're going to look at other one bedrooms that are currently for sale. And then we can do reports on a monthly basis if you're getting close to selling and you can't wait 3 months and you need to know how November transpired because you're thinking of selling in December. Anyway, give me a call. We'll have a discussion. I'll help you with all of your real estate needs. I want to thank you. I'm broker Joe Davila. I work at Sotheby's International Realty. You can call, text, or email me. Thank you.